Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. In this video, we're going to design a Bing search scraper. This video is totally unrehearsed. I literally had my first coffee a minute ago. It's 5:30 a.m. This is after about 3.5 hours worth of sleep. And I was thinking of, while I was having the coffee, something that I can start building, do it from scratch, do it so you guys can watch the whole process from the thought process of planning all the way through to the execution. I thought this would be a great way for you to see the bot life and how a bot gets developed. I'm going to be talking through how I develop the bot step by step as best as I can, the thought process, what I'm thinking at the time, and hopefully you're going to learn a lot throughout this video. If you're new to this channel and you just stumbled across this video, this particular software is going to be made with Browser Automation Studio. You can download it for free. The link to the download will be in the description. It's totally free. You could build this bot that I'm designing with the software without upgrading or anything like that. If you're not new to the channel, then you know the drill. But this is going to be totally off the cuff. I haven't planned this. I haven't done any homework on this, so it's going to be really raw. My thought process, all mistakes are going to be recorded, and how I work out the problems. When you're designing bots and software, the main skill that you need to learn, apart from patience, is the ability to solve problems. And I'm sure there's going to be a ton of them on the way. The other thing, the shameless plug, if you haven't already done so, then check out thebotempire.com. Link is in the description. All the good stuff's there. You can get your hands on the course. If you need a template or bot designs, then it's all there for you. And finally, if you haven't already done so, then make sure you connect with us in the Discord chat. And all the contact details are down there. Telegram, Discord. Discord is the main one to connect with us. That's what is most active, and also the Facebook group and all that good stuff. It's all in the description. And also, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you do that so that you'll be able to get notified of new videos when I release them. All right, guys, all the spiel is over. Let's get down to it. So, as I said, this is off the cuff. I haven't even made the actual fold. Sorry, I've only made the folder for this. I haven't done any work whatsoever. So this is you can probably just see a white screen right now. So you're probably thinking, what am I doing? I've just discovered it's probably been out about 1,000 years, but I've only just discovered the free Microsoft Whiteboard um, program. So I'm going to use that just to draw a couple of notes. Now, if I was designing a client software, then I do some extensive research beforehand. But because this is just off the cuff, it's just my thought process, and it's this bot isn't for sale or anything. It's just so you guys can learn. Then I'm just going to do some quick notes. I don't even know where this bot's going to lead. I was thinking of obviously to be able to scrape the search results for particular keywords, but maybe then make it into something that can go out and then get the social details from each of the profiles, or maybe even scrape the forms and be able to contact people. I'm not sure where this is going. I really don't. But hopefully you'll learn something on the way. I'm probably going to do this series over 2 or 3 videos because it's going to take a while. Yeah. So the reason I like this software is because I can't draw for crap. Okay, and this is I've only just started working with this software, so as you can probably tell. But one of the things that I like with this is that I can't draw, and it recognizes when you're doing shapes. Actually, I'm that bad that it hasn't actually worked this time. Oh my god, it doesn't even recognize it's a square. When you draw, sometimes, oh my god, what am I doing today? No, it's not. There you go. There you go. It actually, if you do a crap thing like this, normally it makes it all good for you. Anyway, so what is this bot going to do? Well, the first thing it's going to do is, I'm going to guess, go to it's going to go to Bing, Okay, and then what do we want to happen? I think this is going to be a list. I don't even know why I'm using this. I think I just wanted to show off the Microsoft Whiteboard. Um, so the first thing we want it to do is go to Bing. It's going to have an input of a list of keywords. Fact, yeah. So okay, so maybe instead of doing it like this, I'll be better off just stop being stupid and bring up the old. Okay, so we're going to have a list of keywords, and then what we're gonna do, a list of keywords, and then we're gonna ride off into the sunset, and we're done. Now, list of keywords, go to each keyword on Bing. Then we're gonna scrape top 10. Are we going to do more than one? Yeah, let's, because then you'll learn how to go to the next page. So let's do, no, user can input. Yeah, so the user is going to input how many pages to scrape, and then and then that's it. Move on to the next keyword, I guess. Yeah, I think that's about it. What options are we going to have? Multi-thread, so we can get stuff done quick. Proxy support, are we gonna Bing's really tolerant, well, always used to be. You can like have like 50 threads, 100 threads running on the same IP. I don't think they ban you. That used to be the case back in the day. Is it the same? I don't know. So proxy support, maybe. What else are we gonna need? uh Input list for keywords, all that good stuff. Really, that's all we need. What could this turn in? This could turn into once it gets onto, once it scraped the results, then maybe we could have the bot turn into something that scrapes page information info, such as email and social. Maybe put your comments down below in the description how we should what we should do with this. Is if there's anything that you particularly want to learn from this, maybe even get a bit naughty. Form, we could do that, yeah. Contact forms, submit, maybe. So then we could break, do the capture, learn about capture then. Okay, so this is just brainstorming what we could possibly do. Okay, so we have input a list of keywords. We go to each one of the keywords on Bing, scrape the top 10 results. Obviously, be good to save the info. Let's go all guns on this. Shall we? Yeah, let's get into databases as well. So we could do this to file. Should we do this to a text file or to a database? Yeah, let's get into databases a little bit today. User input, how many pages to scrape? Maybe think about, do we need a wait time? Very small, I guess. Wait time, leap. Okay, multi-thread. Yep, I think that's really basic, the notes, but it's given me a kind of outline how to do this. I think what I'm going to do just initially, more for the fact that so you can see what's happening, I'm going to make this browser based, which obviously will be slower, but you'll be able to see what's actually going on. And then after that, in a video after that, then we probably should change it to browserless, or then we could give the user the option, so that then it could, they can use a checkbox, and then they can decide whether to use it with the browser or do it browserless. Browserless obviously meaning that the bot would work on requests and there wouldn't be a browser, which will be 100 times faster than the browser-based version. But I'm going to build it out as a browser-based bot initially so that I can show you what's going on and you can see the actions the bot's taking. Then, as I say in a future video, if you guys want it, then we'll turn it into a browserless, give it a browserless option as well. So I think that's enough for now. Yeah, I think we're good to go. To zoom out a bit. Okay, so guys, tell me, this is the basic notes. If there's stuff that you want to see added or any of this you think's a good idea or a bad idea, then let me know. Especially about once we've scraped the data, what we should do with it. Maybe we could have it so it scrapes all the title tags or something like that, so that in a nice little database, so the keyword, the H1 tags even, or we can make this go which in any direction you want. So comment below, let me know where you want to see this go to. Okay, that's enough notes. Let's get on with this. Let's got browse. Where did I get to? Nope, I haven't even made a file for this. So let's go to bot files. The only thing I made is a folder when I decided what this series is going to be about. So Bing Scraper, let's call this Suffering Bing Scraper, shock horror. Okay, we have a blank file. So let's get on with this. The first thing that I'm going to do is create some resources. What I'm going to do is I'm just telling you what I'm thinking and how I'm going about creating this bot. So if you don't understand some of these concepts, this isn't a kind of like hold your hand walkthrough. Lots of these features are covered in the course. Well, all this is covered in the course. Shameless plug. Also, the other videos on the YouTube channel, check them out. Also on thebotempire.com, there's loads of free videos. So this is kind of like more teaching you how to kind of go about designing the bot, and some, you know, I will be explaining what I'm doing briefly, but this is not kind of I'm not going to, for every single item that I make, I'm not going to describe every single detail. So it might be best, if you haven't already done so, to watch some of the free videos, and of course you should pick up the course before kind of getting involved in this totally. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make a resource, and I'm going to call this threads. And what kind of resource is this? It's a fixed integer, I think I'm saying that right, a fixed number. And I'm going to say you can choose between 0 and 100, and this is going to be the amount of threads that you can choose to run, or how many browser windows to open to start scraping the data. So next, finished. Next, I think I want to go this route and go amount of keywords to scrape. This bot is going to be open to change. I think this is the way that I'm going to do it. Amount of keywords to scrape. Okay, you can choose between that and 1,000,000. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Just get rid of these headphones, take a sip of coffee. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so the next one is, I think that's going to be all good for now. Let's have fails allowed, and then if there's too many errors, the bot can just quit. And then, should we do that? Should we have this? Yeah, okay. Fails allowed. So if there's too many errors, then the bot can just stop and say, whoa, something's up. Okay. So you can pick between minimum, maximum, at 1,000,000. That should be all good. Save. Okay, so let me head over to bing.com. Let's see how this bad boy works. So obviously you got a search bar. Okay, so quite simple. Yep, like Google, I guess. Let's type in, let's do a local search to something back home in the UK, plumber in Essex. Oh, I've typed this in before. So you got so you got the paid ads at the top, and then map. Okay. And then the results down here, and then right, okay. Let's just check out Oh, here's some help with back pain. What was that? These are things I've typed in before at some point. So, okay, so you do have video on here. Okay, so it's a bit like Google. Right. Okay. I think this should be simple enough. Let's just have a look at that. Okay. We could build it out so it kind of scrapes the related search results as well. Good for keyword. Okay, I need to wake up. This could be good. We could add this so that you could scrape the related search volumes, scrape the related search results so that it could be used. We could integrate this into a kind of keyword tool as well, maybe. Again, let me know how you want this to develop in the comments below. Okay, so let's have a new create resource, list of keywords, so that we can use the list of keywords within the bot. And this is going to be lines from file. Next. It's all good. Next. Use line one time. Yep. Okay, that's all good. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to head over to the recorder. In fact, I'm going to make inside our folder, I'm going to have a text file with list of keywords. Okay. Should they just random topics, or should I stick to one topic? I guess I'm just going to put one key. Yeah. So I'm just going to put help with back pain. For now, I'm just going to use one keyword. I guess no, back pain. Just so, because we're going to use one line once every time. And then record list of keywords, point the bot to your list of keywords. Like I said previously, guys, I'm just telling you my thought pattern, what's going in my head. I know I'm not explaining everything in great detail. For that, check out the other videos. But if you've already done some work with Browser Automation Studio, you should learn stuff from this still. I'll explain as much as I can as I go. So we're on the visual recorder now, and then let's get down to business. So the first thing that I'm going to do is change the number of threads here. What do I want to change it to? I want to use one of the resources I made. Which one? It's going to be called threads, so that people can input the amount of threads to run. Hit OK. Amount of times to run. I could have just not had it so input a list of keywords. I could just make it run until it runs out of keywords. Though, just so I can teach you more points with Browser Automation Studio, I'm going to change it to custom, and we're going to use our resources we made. So how many runs to do, or how many keywords to scrape, number is going to be the amount we input in the resource box, which is the amount of keywords to scrape. Next. Okay. And the amount of fails, this one here, we're going to change that to match the resource that we made called fails allowed. Okay, we're good to go there. Now we've got our threads in place. How many threads to run at the same time? How many runs, or how many times to run through this script with I just changed it back by clicking that button. Oops. Okay, so you get to see how I do it again. So load the resource, and this is going to be the amount of keywords to scrape. Hit OK. How many fails are allowed to happen before the bot quits? It's going to use the number that we input in our resource box called fail. Hit OK. Okay, now we're good to go. We've set the amount of threads, how many keywords to scrape, and how many fails are allowed. So then, let us first take our, should we put the keywords into the list, or just read right from it? For now, we're just going to use the resource. So I can go to the browser option, load Bing.com. Boom. Okay, it loads quite fast without taking away anything. That's good. And then in this input box, I'm going to input the keyword, of course. So right click or left click, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to try and make the bot, what I try and do is try and make the bot as simple as possible. And then if we need more steps, like for instance, I'm going to just try and type the keyword into the box without moving the mouse, make it as fast as possible. But if that doesn't work and you need mouse movement and to look human, then I'll add the human emulation parts into it. But what I tend to do is build it as basic as possible and then see what I need to add. So kind of like see what I can get away with and see how quick I can make the bot, then add any extra layers that are needed, as we progress. So I'm going to type the text. What am I going to type? Oh, where am I going to type it into first? Search for SB form Q. That shouldn't ever change. That should be fine. And we are going to type from the resource R keyword, list of keywords. So what this is doing is it's going to our resource called list of keywords that we told the bot is going to be a text file, and it's going to take the first line of that text file. Okay. And what we're going to do is uncheck this box just to confirm that we only want to use a line from the file once and then move on to the next one. So this makes sure that you're not just repeating the same line from the file. In other words, the same keyword over and over. So we're going to hit OK. What speed to type this? I'm going to make it type it instantly and see if we can get away with that. Yeah. So there we go. Help with back pain. Should I leave the mouse movement in? It's quite quick. Yeah, that will do. And then I'm gonna just gonna see if I can get away with using la la la. Should I do that? Yeah, type. See if I can just go to type, hit the enter key, and see if that will do the search without needing to move the mouse, etc. It does indeed. That's great. So then I'm just going to use the option of waiters and then full page download. So in other words, make sure the page is fully loaded before moving on. Okay, it's done. So let's have a look. Now, what have we got? Okay, this is all good. Righty ho. Now, if yeah. Okay, so there's many ways we could do this. I'm just thinking, so in my head, I'm thinking, how am I gonna do this? Because there's so many ways to scrape data. I guess that we could just run a loop through each page and try and get these. We could use a regex to that would be faster. Yeah, so let's have a look at some of these elements and see what's best. Let's see what would happen if we just ran a loop for all these links. The trouble is if we just do a loop to get links, I think these are the same type of links. So it's probably going to scrape all of these. Okay, whereas we probably just want to get these type of links, but let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what happens. Again, with building bots, it's the process is about trying something, problem solving, and seeing what the best and most efficient way is of dealing with problems. So I am going to click on one of these links here, like so, and start a loop and see. Okay, so this would be all the A tags, which is not going to work because there's 112 of them. And as you can see, it's highlighted all the links and it's even included the side links here. Let me just make this a bit bigger. So we've got the links at the top here and at the side, and all, as I suspected, all the links, the in links here. And what we're trying to grab really is just the links here. So let's see if there's other straight up options. Not really. Not with that. What about match? Okay. So we can't 24. What's it? Oh, okay, I see. So in this instance, if we just use this, then we would be grabbing 24, which would be all the all of these as well and what we want. Oh no, it's not even grabbing that. Oh, I see. So this is grabbing just the paid results, I believe, which could be handy later on. It's automatically gathering all the paid results. These two are paid ads. These are not, so they must have a different layout on the page. Okay, that is really interesting and quite good is a way, because you could make a program that just gathered the ads if you were doing some kind of, if you were a company and wanted to reach out to people that are using Google as paid ads, and then they're spending money then, so it could be good if you are into SEO or all that good stuff. But that is for another day. Let's just build this bot first. We could, okay, let's have a look at okay, so let's get rid of this whole loopy business. Let me just yeah, where is get element, sure, just thinking of the best. Inspect, let's have a little look at this and see what separate makes it different on class. Okay, so that, oh yeah, I was correct. So this has the element structure is different, so it has ads, so that's why these two have that, and that's why it grabs them. Right, okay, so let me click here, script, go back to the script editor and select a link that's not one of the ad results and do the whole loop thing again. Okay, so it's just going to grab that kind of link. So if we go back to the CSS, then that's better. That's good. It's grabbing 11 thing. Yep, I like this. I like what we're doing. Oh, it's actually grabbing the ones from the ads as well and the organic search results, but it is grabbing what we need. It's grabbing the actual link. Okay, so for now that'll do. And then we could have an option, we could include an option later on with a checkbox and that just grabs the actual ads. Okay, so I'm good with that. And like I said, guys, another shameless plug, in the course I show you how to scrape with regex and XPath and all the good stuff, but this will work fine with web pages. This is kind of a simple way. It's a slower way, but it's a sure way to scrape data from a website. Okay, so I think that's good. Let's see if we run into any problems later on, but from first instance that looks good. So I'm going to grab that and we're going to start a loop, and what it does, it automatically populates into your bot a few things, the loop obviously, and then it's going to log out the number, so what number it's on. For instance, this would be number 1 when it grabs this link, number 2. So I'm going to get rid of that because I don't really care about what number link it's on at the moment. So delete this. So what this is saying is it's going to get each one of these one by one. Okay, but it's like the index of it. So in between here, we actually want to pick the data that we want to scrape. So I am hovering over here and I'm going to come down and put get link URL, and I'm going to say yes within the loop, and I'm going to put the link into a variable, and this is fine, the name of the link, the variable called link URL. It makes sense. Always call your resources and variables something that makes sense to what you're doing. I'm going to put, if it fails, I'm going to let it continue. Okay, so, and then we want it to log out not this, I want it to log out the variable that we just made called link URL. All good. Right, let's see what the hell happens. So what I'm saying here is start a loop, go to each one of these, grab the link URL, which is already pre-built method that will select just the link, and then log out, and then put that information into a variable called link URL, and then I've said log out to here, in the log the data that it scraped. So let's see what happens. Get a few of them. Hopefully, when I come here, no, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so what is going wrong? Log. Okay. Let's try reloading. Oh, let's save. Okay. So as I've said, this video is totally raw, guys. This is exactly what happens when you're building bots. You try and do something, it doesn't work, so you find a way to fix it. Okay. Whoa, I went a bit too fast there. I do want to show you what I'm actually doing. Okay, so go to record. I've input my list of keywords here into our resource called list of keywords. Okay, so the bot is going to load Bing, which is a good start. Then it's going to use our resource called list of keywords, and it's going to type that into the box. So, well, it's going to copy and paste it. It's not even going to type it like a human. Then we're going to hit enter, and then wait for the full page to load. And then hit next. And then this is what we're trying to do, is come to each one of these and then scrape the information. But for some reason, it's not happening. Okay, so let's see where this could have gone wrong. Start loop. Okay, for each one of these, let's check what it's saying is the current element in XML format. So I shouldn't have really messed with the. Okay, so after that, let's log out so we can see what's going on. Log out the variable current element in the XML format. Now let's see what's going down in Chinatown. Right. Okay. Now what do we get? Okay, so we are in the raw format, XML. I always get tongue-tied when I'm trying to say that. We are getting the data, but you get all this. So what I could do is just work with this and get rid of clean it up, basically clean up what's getting brought back. So I could get rid of this site bit here and here, and then we'd obviously have the URL left. Okay, same with this, you could get rid of anything, but I'm gonna see if there's a better way. I could just scrap all this loop stuff if it's gonna be a pain and do this via regex, but I'm just gonna continue. I'm just gonna delete the loop for a second, and then I'm gonna again highlight, and then I'm going to start a loop. That is really okay. What happens if we go to match? No, because obviously it's just going to look for that. What happens if we just said anything without the site? Then it's going to grab all of these. It's only going to grab 3. Okay. Oh, how about now? Then if we do it like that, it's going to grab all the inner links as well, which is not quite what we want. Okay. Have these got the www in? Yeah, they've all got the www in. Okay, so we go back to the CSS and get, that is actually what we want to grab. Okay, so that is still, is it? There's no other option I could. Okay, so let's just go over the loop again. As well, guys, if you follow other videos, and I should have done this in the first place, if you click the bug icon here, you can see what all the variables and resources, what's in them at the time. So we can see that the XPath for this is that. The for each match is this. So basically, it's a way that you can see what's inside your variables and resources at the time. Like if we look under resources, you'll see that a list of the keywords is here that we're using. We'll obviously grab the first one, how many threads we're running, etc., etc. So just a point if you didn't know. So let's clear this, clear log. Let's run this over a couple of times, see what data is spilling out. Okay. So does this have, right, I see. So we could, let me just do a couple more just to see. Okay. Make this big. You might not be able to see this, so there you go. Okay, so a way to clean this up would obviously be we could just get rid of these. And I think that's what I'm going to do. You see that all these make sense. If you got rid of the this bit, the site in arrows here, and you got rid of them here, then it would be fine. Okay, and then what we could do, like for this one, you'll see that it's just got all this, so we could make an exception. We could clean up all this data too. But what I want to start doing is showing you some results. So I'm gonna clean these up. So what I'm going to do when it gets one of these elements is first clean it up before we start saving. So yeah, let me just see how we're doing. I want these videos to be under an hour because I want these to be not bite-sized, an hour-long videos and bite-sized, but I want it to be manageable so that you can look at these in your spare time. What are we at? 36 minutes. Okay, so let's go back. Once we've got rid of this, once we've gathered this, then what I want to do, first of all, I want to get rid of the loop number. I don't want that to show in the logs. I've got no use for it. Delete that and then log out the current element. So here, what I'm going to do is take a swig of coffee. Is under tools. I think it's under tools is replace string. So whenever we see this, so original string is going to be the variable current element XML. What do we want to replace? Well, when we see this, I want to backspace, get rid of it. And I'm going to replace result. Yeah. So basically what this is doing is taking each one of these elements when it scrapes them. So in other words, when it comes to this, I'm going to say, if you see this, then get rid of it, delete. Okay, and that'll become clear in a second. So grab the element as you scrape it. If you see this, then replace it with blank or get rid of it and put the end result into a variable called replace result. You can change the name of these. That makes sense to me, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, and instead of printing out in fact, just so you can see how this works, I'm going to print out the raw format, how it is normally, how you've seen it, and the new version. So log out the variable called replace result, or the clean result we'll call it. Now let's, just for the sake of this, clear the log. I'm just going to exit and save, and just so you can see each component run again, and record. Okay, so we're back in business. Go to Bing, put in the keyword, hit enter, wait for the page to load. It's going to take forever. There we go. Start the loop on the page. Go to each one of these elements. Replace, clean this up, get rid of that arrow site forward arrow. Log out the raw version or the unedited version, then log out the clean version or what the changes we've made. So I'm just going to run through a few of these. So in other words, when I'm clicking this button, I'm going through each step. So it's looping over each one of these. Okay. So let's have a look at what we got. We got a mess. There you go. So here is a raw version, and then you can see the clean version. No, because we also need to get rid of the closing site. So what it's done, it's done the job properly. What I've told it to do, it's got rid of this. So the raw version has the site in and the site, and the clean version. Oh no, yeah, the clean version, it's got rid of the opening site, but as you can see, the closing one, my mistake, is different. It has the / in it, so we need to clean that up as well. So what I'm going to do here is, under this one, is do the same. Really, I can just copy using this, be a bit lazy, paste, and this version, what do I want to get rid of? Would like you to get rid of, I think that was it, wasn't it? And put it into the replace result. So now, just so you can see what's what's going on, clear log. Okay, and keep going. Now let's see what happens. So let's have a look now. So we've got our raw results and our, why are you not working? Okay, so replace, put into replace result, and then replace result. Okay, so save. Let's see what happens now. Okay, go to Bing, get that keyword, put it in, been here before, wait for the page to load. Replace, log, the raw and the clean version. Loop through that a couple times. Nice. Now let's see. Make this a bit bigger so hopefully you can see. So current version, that, the clean version. It's not getting rid of this. Did I put it in wrong? What are you doing to me? Sometimes it's getting rid of the, right, okay. Let's see. Okay, that looks fine. Looks fine. Okay, that's really strange. Current element. Okay. Just check that that's correct as well. Okay, so as you can also see, when you create bots, when you're trying to work out problems, it can get repetitive. Welcome to the life of botting. This button here just reloads. So, in case you didn't know, just reloads the bot with any changes that you've made. Okay, going over, we're loading our, as you've seen about 1,000 times now. I want to solve this problem in this video, so hopefully. Okay, let's go through. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's happened. So now it's got rid of the closing one, but not the opening, which is really strange because that should, of course, it should. And this one, it hasn't got rid of either, which is really. Oh no, sorry, that's because that is the raw. That's the raw version. That's the clean. So it's getting rid of the first one, but not the second one. So maybe, it's getting rid of the. Okay. Replace. that. Right, okay. Let's just check it. I did copy and paste last time though, didn't I? Ah, because we're going to have to come out of it again. We got to the end. So then we're going to record. This really is giving me some trouble right off the get-go, but at least you get to see how things actually work and, you know. Woohoo. Okay. Yeah, we're still getting that that lovely start one. It's getting rid of the final ones. Okay. Okay, is that happening all the time? Yeah, that is the issue. It is the actual. That's strange. It normally works. What's happening? Right. So place 2. Let's just see if it's something to do with this. Replace it to ouch. Okay. I hope you're getting as dizzy as me repeating these steps. Okay. Okay, let's see. Ah, okay. So even if I do that, so we've deduced that it should say ouch now. I'm saying replace this with ouch and it's still not doing it. So that leads me to believe that we need to, which is really strange. I think I can actually blame Browser Automation Studio and not me, because normally this works. See how I'm passing the buck here? Because that would right, right yo. So that's right. Replace. Let's just see if that works. So that's going to put that into there, and then this doesn't need to work with this. This needs to work with. See, I'm trying to blame Browser Automation Studio when it's absolutely my fault. Let me just make sure that this is actually I've achieved. I've corrected the mistake, and if so, I can run you through what the error was. You probably spotted it yourself. Okay, let's go through this again. Okay, let's run through this a couple of times. And yeah, okay, so perfect. Yeah, so that's the raw version, that's the clean version. Okay, right. I think we're gonna, some of them are in different formats, so we might have other problems, but it has actually worked with the main items. So let me show you. Let me show you. Let's just hit record and I'll show you what I did wrong and how I fixed it. And this is great that you're seeing this, because it shows you how, how to solve problems. So what the issue was, it wasn't a glitch with Browser Automation Studio. It was me. It was my fault. Okay, what I was doing is that I'm grabbing the element. I'm grabbing this and then I'm saying, hey, I was saying replace this, the site, with nothing, or delete it in other words, and put it into this variable. And then with the second part, to replace this, I was saying, hey, replace it with the original element. the XML variable, but what I needed to do was still work with the replace result. So in other words, with this result that I got, we've taken away the first part. I then need to work with that again with the second part, not with the original unedited part, and that's why the mistake was happening. Okay, guys, awesome. We got there in the end. Hopefully you haven't punched your screen, hoping it was me that you're punching. We got through that, though I do think we're going to have to do some more cleaning work, because if I'm correct, if I save this, run through, I don't think all the elements are the same. I think there is going to be some issues, but not to worry. We could have done this in 5 minutes using regex, but hey, maybe we'll switch it over later. Let's see. So let's grab all these, but this time let's just let it run through. Press the green run icon up here. The green one makes it run all the way through without stopping until something stops it. The one here, the play icon here, runs through it step by step. So you click the mouse button to go step by step instead of running all the way through. Let's see what we've got now. Okay. So yeah, so sometimes we have this strong in, so we have the URL, but it's in this in strong. So we'll need to get rid of all this too. Okay, but okay. So to make this less confusing, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the raw version now. I'm actually going to, yeah. So don't run when recording. Click that so that we can just see what it looks like if we just had the edited text, the edited links. I'm just going to run through it. I'm not doing it step by step now. I'm just letting the bot run as if it was a real bot. There you go. Okay, let's see what we've got. Yeah, so here we go. This is why we're going to have to do some more editing. You can see that, well, this one is just a load of horse crap. Okay, then we've got this one, which has the strong. I think this is, it's an ad, so it's in, it's got the bold or the strong. And then this is fine. This is fine. And then that's fine. This one's fine. And then we've got the Bing video. So we could say, later on we can say if the result that you scraped is bing.com/videos, then just move on, don't scrape it. If you don't want to scrape that, we can make that optional. This is fine. And then we've got another one that's strong, so it bold. So maybe, does Bing have ads at the bottom? Oh no, I think, yeah, that's why. Bing also has ads at the bottom as well as the top. So what we can see by this, if we have, when it scrapes the ads, then it's in bold or in strong. So that's why we're getting this extra text. So we can clean that up. What I'm going to do in this video, just so you get something useful as well, we'll create the database, the start of the database now as well, so that you can see that getting input into the database. So I'm going to stop this, and I know we still need to do some cleaning up here. That's fine, but I just wanted to give you some more value in this video. Now that you've seen the first problem we ran into and a way that we've nearly finished conquering this issue. Okay, we do need to clean it up, but we do have some results. We are scraping data. What I'm going to do is come to projects, show database, create a database because we don't have one right now, add a table, and we'll call this table links. You can call it what you want, and always put in here this so it's visible to the user. Links, then add a column. We're going to have URL, and then URL. What else should we have? Should we record the keyword too that it was search from? Why am I putting it all in capitals? Who knows? Let's just carry on. keyword. So now we're going to have a database called links, or a table called links database. And in that, we're going to have two columns, one that's the URL and then the keyword that it was from the search. Okay, so save, hit save. You have to, when you make a database or you edit the schema of the database, you have to restart the bot. We'll allow that. Okay, great. That's all it takes. We now have a database. Show database, database manager. Lo and behold, we have an empty database with a column of URL and one of keyword. So then what you can do is come to record. Can you record to the database within a loop? I forget. Let's try. So what we're going to do is, in fact, am I going to get rid of that for now? No. So once we've got that string, once we've scraped the data and we've done the cleaning up process, we're going to log out the information, and then what we're going to do is come to the option database. We're going to insert a new record, and then what database do we want to put this in? Well, we've only got one database and it's called link. And then you'll find the different columns that are in the database here. Quite straightforward. And so what information do we want to put into the database? Well, under the column URL, we want to insert our variable, which is the replace result, the clean result, or the clean-ish result. It's not really clean at the moment, half clean result, but we're going to get to that. Hit OK. And for the keyword, we want to use the sorry, I've gone a bit too fast. So here it's not a variable at the moment, it's from the resource and it's the keyword, so from the list of keywords. So the keyword we're working with, hit OK, and voila. Okay, so what should happen now after we've got the element on the page and we've cleaned it up, then it's going to save the URL to the database, in theory. So save, record. Let's see what the hell happens. Okay, I'm just going to let it run. I'm not going to do it step by step. So come to Bing, type in the keyword, wait for the page to load, get each element, clean it up and whack it into the database. In theory alone. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, let's exit, get down to business, show database. Show database. Oh, look at that. Our half clean. So what we've done, as you can see, we do need to clean these up still. The ones with ads has still got this strong end, but that's cool. We can do that. We may want to get rid of this because we don't want to scrape this over and over again. Or we could just have it scrape once, and if there's a repeat, a duplicate, then not to include it again. Okay, so this is all stuff that we're going to work on. But what we've managed to achieve in this video is we've gone to Bing. We've got a list of keywords that we want to scrape. We're going to go to the first item on our list of keywords. We scrape the data that's on there, the search results, and then we've even managed to build a database and put the URL that we've scraped, kind of, still needs cleaning, but we've put that information into the URL field column of our database. And we've also put in the name of the keyword that we're currently working with. Because with the database inbuilt with Browser Automation Studio, you can filter, so we could add a filter and then we could say only show me the results that in the keyword column contains, and then we've only got one keyword at the moment, but you could do that. Then you could export that data, or you could do certain things with that data within inside the bot. We'll get down to that. Okay guys, as I said at the start, this is a total raw video. The only thing that I knew when I was coming into this was that I was going to create a Bing scraper over my first coffee. You can see how when you're building bots and software, there's problems all over the place. Okay, and then if you're going to be a coder, this is the same when I do JavaScript, Python, etc. It's all about being calm as best you can, and it's finding a way to solve a problem. Okay, and as you can see, we come across the problem of when we're scraping the data, finding the right element. We had an issue there. Then we kind of was scraping the data, but we're getting a lot of headaches of what it was scraping. I came across a problem of when I was scraping, I didn't put the what to grab in the correct format. The variables, I solved that. The next problem was we were scraping raw data. We cleaned it up, but some of the stuff that we're scraping still needs cleaning. So we've half solved that problem. Then we create a database. Okay, we put the information in there. So I hope you can see how a program slowly comes together. It's about problem solving, finding a way to work things out, which you can do. This is totally unedited. Okay, so I hope you're seeing the process. I hope you're learning something along the way. I'm going to leave the video there. I think we've been going about 45 minutes, I guess. Let's have a look. We've been going, whoa, over an hour. That's plenty of time. Okay, so I'm going to do another raw, unedited video next. We're going to continue this series on. In the comment section, tell me what you want to see, where you want this bot to go, because I don't even know where we're going with it. At the moment, what I'm going to do is get the results from the keywords, put them into a database. So let me know what you want to see, what you want to see added, and we'll make it happen. All right, guys, I hope you've learned something. Again, check out the website, thebotempire.com. Check out the course. If you need a script made, let me know, and all that good stuff. And definitely get on the Discord channel so you can ask questions, interact, and have a chat with me, and all that good stuff. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.